Hello, this is Aaron Mean of SG Gaming Info, and welcome to my video review of the PlayStation 4 version of The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, developed by the Astronauts, is my first experience into the world of narrative-driven games. Before going into the game, I was curious as to what it had in store, and by the time I finished the game and put down the controller, I had felt enlightened, but also slightly disappointed. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter's story takes place in a small mining town called Red Creek Valley in Pennsylvania, with the player taking on the role of Paul Prospero, a paranormal investigator with supernatural powers. The reason why this investigator is visiting this town is because of several strange letters by 12-year-old Ethan Carter, who informed Prospero of various unusual events happening in the town. To discover what's happening in the town, you must locate and recreate various unusual scenes located around the town. The scene recreation is the game's core component, as the scenes you must unravel and recreate help move the game's story along. As storytelling devices go, it is definitely an interesting approach, and one that I hadn't experienced before. From my perspective, it's an enriching experience, as you feel more involved with the story, as you have to piece all the scenes together to get a full picture of what's happening. And while the picture is easy to decipher early on, the ending still feels rewarding. Now, I did say the approach also left me slightly disappointed. Well, the disappointment comes from how you solve the scenes. As a person who isn't great at games with a heavy emphasis on puzzles, I found myself getting lost several times. A lot of the scenes require you to have a keen eye, as a simple mistake or a missed item can lead you to not being able to complete a scene. For example, in the game's second scene, I missed one clue, and as such, I couldn't complete the scene, and I was forced to seek advice from a walkthrough. Personally, I would have loved to have seen the game have some form of tutorial to help ease you into the experience, as I would have found several key aspects such as putting the spinning words together that allowed me to find a clue easier to understand. While recreating scenes is the heart of the game, it is unfortunate that there isn't anything else to do. While I do believe that focusing on the scene recreation as a storytelling device is great, I would have loved to have seen some additional side activities, maybe such as collectibles. Graphically, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter is a lovely game that makes full use of the Unreal Engine 4. For those who play the original Vanishing of Ethan Carter, it used the Unreal 3 engine. The Unreal Engine 4, the game used Unreal Engine 4 to demonstrate some great textures and models that look beautiful up close and at a distance. You notice in all the games that if you're up close, the textures might get blurry, but you don't really see it much in this game. Now let's talk about some of the game's issues. One issue with the game is the fact it's extremely linear, despite the fact the game is mostly open world. In my opinion, this open world design hurts the game, as there is no reward for exploring, despite the fact the game tells you can explore. An additional issue is the game's saving functionality. The game only has one save file, and you cannot choose when you save. You are left to rely on the game's autosave, and the autosave prompt can be difficult to see, as it is a small collection of white dots in the top right hand corner of the screen. Now, while The Vanishing of Ethan Carter could have some additional side activities, the game's option menu is certainly not lacking, as the menu offers some surprising features. These features include having 5 separate volume sliders, a field of view slider that allows you to set your field of view from 75 up to 95. And finally, the menu allows you to lock and unlock your frame rate, with a locked frame rate set to 30 frames per second. So, in conclusion, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter takes a unique approach to storytelling, with players having to recreate the plot by solving and recreating various scenes. While there are some limitations to the game is worth the price tag. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Please like, favorite and subscribe. For more game information, visit sggaminginfo.com, and don't forget to like our Facebook page at facebook.com/sggaminginfo and follow us at Twitter at SGGamingInfo.